Okie dokie, I think... Is this thing working? Is this working? Is this working? There we go. Sand stands behind a sentry post. Eye sockets barely keeping open.
Yeah, you go on ahead. I'll let you know if I find it. This live stream. Oh man.
You continue on through the waterfall caverns, and rushing and crushing of falls calm and quiet into a whisper. The silent sounds of static shuffle through the air. A soft glow emanates from the rocks and water in a strange faded luminescence that dances across every surface. You stop to admire the tingling sensation tickling your skin. Just then a voice rings out. I'm great, and this is me yelling about how great I am. I'm great, and this is me yelling about how great I am. You observe your surroundings, but you didn't notice a soul. You call out asking if anyone is there, but you're only met with your own voice. Another voice, meeker in tone, mumbles across the water. I'm great, and oh. I'm great, and oh. You could have sworn the voice was right next to you. And that's when you notice the flowers. All over the marsh are blue flowers. Some are growing by the water, some along the cavern path. They aglow with the same fatal luminescence. You notice two of them that continue to repeat the words you just heard. I'm great, and this is me yelling about how great I am. I'm great, and oh. But eventually the voices fade away as the flowers gossip to both each other and no one in particular. You remain still, listening to the whispering as it blends in with the babbling of the water. But then you hear another flower softly speak above the static. Hi, You tiptoe around, trying to find the flower. Hi.
Behind you.
You whip around only to find a menacing figure stalking its prey. It takes a step forward, and then another, and then another, until it bolts for you! The shadow grabs you in a headlock, and then you feel a fist rubbing into the top of your head. Yeah! Welcome to the underground, punk! The figure lets you go, erupting with a loud, unruly laugh while you stumble backwards. You should have seen the look on your face! That was priceless! Hey, Alphys, come over here, it's a human! Another monster walks over to you, adjusting their glasses.
Hi! Oh my gosh, I didn't know I was going to meet you so soon! I'm actually not ready for this.
The taller, more muscular of the two flashes you a toothy grin. Her spunkiness rings in her voice.
So, you must be the human the queen texted us.
Oh, what? That was weird. That was a glitch, I think. Me. There we go. I think the music's a bit loud. Let's see. Okay, that's better.
So, you must be the human that the queen texted us about last night. Nice to meet you. I'm Undine.
The shorter, bespectacled monster gives you a shy smile. She stutters as she speaks.
And I'm Dr. Alphys. Sorry for all the screaming earlier. The echo flowers probably didn't help either. Alphys, you weren't even screaming. We just gotta work on that. Hey, you okay, punk?
Alphys nudges Undine.
I told you the noogie was a bit much.
But Undine snorts.
Lighten up, human. Don't look so terrified. I'm not gonna fight you. Unless it's a fight you're looking for. Good decision, punk. You probably couldn't beat me anyway.
Alphys scolds the tall humanoid fish monster.
Undine, don't be so mean.
But Undine continues cackling.
It's all good fun, just some good-natured smack talk. You know what? Maybe you could help us out. We're in the middle of some confidence-boosting exercise for Alphys here. Honestly, you're lucky you're seeing her at all. She rarely leaves her lab nowadays. Well, I mean, I just have too much to do, and... Hey, it's okay.
She puts her arm around the scientist, squeezing her against her side.
I'm proud of you for stepping aside with me today.
Alphys blushes.
You are? Of course I am. That's a huge accomplishment. It isn't right, human.
You open your mouth to speak, but Undine slaps you on the back before you could say anything.
Of course it is! Anyway, like Alphys kind of mentioned earlier, these echo flares repeat whatever you say. So, we've been using them to fire up with positive words shouted on repeat. Like this! Watch!
Undine towers over a nearby flower and takes a deep breath.
Alphys is awesome and smart and passionate!
Alphys is awesome and smart. The flower starts yelling the same words until they fade into a swishing of the waterfalls. With a grin, Undine turns to Alphys.
Now it's your turn. Say something nice about yourself.
Alphys is blushing, stuttering mess.
Oh, I'm really nothing special.
But Undine is hearing none of it.
Just try.
Alphys fills her lungs with as much air as she can, and then with a crack of her voice, she squeaks.
I'm Dr. Alphys, and I'm fine.
Undine raises an eyebrow.
Isn't that what the guy says from the Human Lawyer game you played? It worked for him. Maybe we need a plan of attack.
Alphys tried to get out of it.
Maybe we can just try again tomorrow.
But Undine cuts her off, a light bulb going off in her head.
I've got it! Alphys, you're passionate about all the nerdy crap you love. That's one of the reasons I think you're so great. Really, Undine? And I think that's the key. To have passion behind your words. You gotta draw passion from what you're already passionate about. Like Mew Mew Kissy Cutie. And those little packets with pasta that's not pasta.
Alphys whispers.
Instant noodles?
Undyne laughs.
Yeah, that! And when you're channeling the energy of everything you love, then you gotta proclaim your love for that most important thing to you. Anime? Yourself! Okay, Undyne. I'll try my best. And if you get stuck, I'm sure the human can help you out. Right, punk? Then it's settled. Okay, now first things first, tell us about one of those things you like. And put everything you have into it. Okay. Well, I really love,
Alphys turns to you, her eyes blinking, searching for any sort of guidance. Let's see, no, let's go to the anime. You utter the words Mew Mew, but you don't get a chance to finish speaking.
Mew Mew Kissy Cutie is my favorite.
Alphys has engaged pure geek mode.
It's really, really touching. It's about friendship and learning to love yourself for who you are. Mew Mew has cat ears, which she's kind of sensitive about, but then she learns it's okay and she's different. That was a spoiler. Well, maybe we can watch together sometime.
Undyne interjects for a moment.
Alphys and I have watched the first one like 50 times already. She really gets into it. I still can't believe you humans have giant swords.
Alphys' eyes sparkle.
It's the best thing ever. I really, really love it.
Alphys puts a hand to her chest and takes a deep breath.
You feel the inside of your soul, Alphys? Yes. Am I getting sick? No, that's your unbridled passion. That's the love for something you enjoy. And if you enjoy it, that means it's part of who you are. So if you can love a part of you, you can love all of you.
Alphys, I love how aggressive Undyne is. Alphys jumps a bit, clutching onto your arm to ground herself.
I mean, when you put it that way.
Now take a deep breath and shout your love for the most important thing in your world.
Okay, I love.
Alphys desperately glances your way, unsure of what to say. You lean at Alphys and whisper, her nerves joined her, and she doesn't even stop to question it.
I love Undyne. I love Undyne. Well, wait, I do.
Wait, what?
Undyne, I might sorta kinda like you. Like a lot. And I'm sorry if this is really weird or this is too much. You're so cool and you're so strong and you're so confident and I love you too. You do?
Undyne gathers Alphys in her arms and squeezes her tight.
Of course I love you, nerd. I wouldn't be hanging out with you if you didn't like you. Yeah, and it's nerdy crap, but it's your nerdy crap. So keep loving your nerdy crap.
Relaxing her grip, she looks Alphys in the eyes, searching them for something.
But you need to learn and like yourself too. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm here for you, Alphys. Undyne. Okay, I'll do my best. That's the spirit.
Undyne sighs.
Ah, jeez, it's about time, huh?
And Alphys jumps a bit more since she realizes the time.
Yeah, it is. There's some experiments I need to finish up. And some human history I need to review, and...
Looping you in one more headlock, Undyne gives you a goodbye noogie.
Thanks for helping me with Alphys, human. Yeah, thank you. It was really helpful.
Undyne waves goodbye.
See ya, punk.
And Alphys waves too.
Goodbye.
You hear the pitter-patter of their steps, chitter and chatter of their conversations bounces across the cavern, until eventually they fade in with a static of echo flowers. You decide to continue on. Let me see what's going on with Tor real quick. Yes! Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Water droplets trickle onto your face, cooling your cheeks. Investigating the room, you come across a telescope. How convenient. This must belong to...
Looks like you found my telescope.
Sand slides in next to you.
Where you came from, you had no idea. Hey, kiddo, thanks for finding this for me. By the way, I knew it was here. I just figured it'd nap a bit before finding it. Now you're probably wondering what I'd be looking at with this telescope. And that's reasonable thought since we're underground at all. No stars or anything. But did you know the ceilings have glowing rocks? You can find some of those rocks in the walls too. Here, if you want to hold my hand, I'll show you. I gotta move my microphone real quick. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, there we go. Here, if you want to hold my hand, I'll show you. They feel really cool.
Extend hand. You extend your hand, waiting for him to take it.
Oh, kid, here it is.
And when he does, you feel how warm and soft his mitten is. And it's a trick, you bet. It is. But that's not the only thing you feel. The rumbling of air escaping between your fingers accompanies the cacophony of whoopee cushion farts. You pull away from Sans while he clutches his ribs in laughter. Somehow you're both surprised and not.
Kiddo, you're too fun to tease.
Let go flowers and continue to share the sound with each other like amateur children on a playground. But eventually they get bored and the sounds fade, leaving only drip-drop of water. Sans speaks up.
What I found is actually really nice. It's pretty much like a cave. Except the rocks in the walls and ceiling are the stars of the underground. And if you pay close attention, your soul can hear passing conversations. Some monsters even make wishes. Some wish for everyday things like a nice hat or someone to play fetch with. Others wish for deeper personal things. Company, praise, strength, confidence, freedom.
The last word leaves with an exhale, and echo flowers simply repeat it. Once they're done, he continues.
Anyway, you want to listen? Maybe we'll have hear something juicy.
You stay still, trying to hear something distinct from the static. Sans looms over an echo flower, examining each petal. A warm sensation tickles your soul. At first you only hear ever-present static. But then you hear gossamer whispers. A wish? Perhaps? I wish. It grows louder and louder. I wish. Until finally the flowers surrounding you echo words loud and clear.
I wish I was a legendary fart master!
You pull away, your head snapping in the directions of what Sans Selk is confused.
Very nice. Why are you giving me the look, kid? You don't think it's serious? Oops, didn't mean to click that. There we go. You don't think it's serious? That's almost secret, triple secret code word serious. Almost. I have another code word that are way more serious. But if I told you outright, there wouldn't be super secret, megalo secret code words, would they? I'll ask him this. Whoa, wait a sec. I can't just tell you my secret code words. Those are for people I trust my soul with. Maybe if you're a good enough farm master one day, I'll tell you one.
Sans starts trying his best on his laughter while you pout at him. He shifts his gaze back to the ceiling.
To be honest, this isn't the best place to make wishes. I'd show you where exactly, but I don't want to bore you. Besides, I should get going. You're making me late to my other gig. Good thing I know a convenient shortcut. Shall we?
Sans yes. Yes it is. Yes it is. It is. Sans nudges your side, tilting his head toward the tables.
Here, let me get you settled.
Sans leads you to an empty table and you take a seat. A reserved card with the name Sans adorns the center along with a candle.
I'll meet you up soon, kiddo. There's something I need to take care of first.
And he's gone. You sit there a moment, hands feeling the smooth, silky cloth. Spotlight hits the stage at the front of the restaurant. A tall, lanky robot claims the light, the beams reflecting off the metal. Hello, darlings and gentle darlings. Sorry about the dreadful wait, but you know what they say. The anticipation can be just as delicious sometimes. After all, tonight we have someone you all know well. As much as I know you hate for me to leave the stage, I am happy to introduce our very own hilarious Comic Sans. The audience erupts with claps and cheers. And you can't stop smiling as none other than Sans the Skeleton takes center stage. The flamboyant robot winks. Knock the socks off, Sansy. The robot exits stage right, and Sans walks up to the microphone while he peers into the crowd.
Hiya.
The audience greets him back in a chorus of Hiya, Sansy, and Sans returns the greeting with a wink.
Thanks for being here, everybody. You know, I thought about canceling today. I was so bone tired. But I think you have a bone to pick with me if I didn't make the night humorous.
The crowd is a mixture of snickers and groans. But the atmosphere is a joyful one. The smile on each monster's face is testimony to it.
Don't worry, there's a ton more where that came from.
One of the audience members shouts, A skeleton? But Sans shakes his skull.
Nah, we're at Metaton, guys. So it's more of a Metaton?
So it begins as the laughter of the audience drowns the remaining silence. Metaton sticks out a leg from the side of the stage. My, a pun using my name? Oh, yes! And then he pulls it back. Sans continues his routine.
Now, before we get into more jokes, there's a serious matter we have to address. Did you know today there was a kidnapping at Toriel School? Oh no. A collection of gas scatters through the crowd. But Sans chuckles in the microphone to calm the concern. Don't worry, everything's okay. The kid woke up.
The audience breaks once again, the initial shock sparkling into laughter, electrifying the room. I gotta respond to a tweet real quick.
Surprising, right? Well, anyone who knows me immediately knows that I'm great in bed. Oh no! Oh no! Sandstreet! Oh no! I can sleep for days.
Everyone else doesn't seem to notice where he's looking, lost in their own sea of snortles. The back and forth goes throughout the set. And the laughter never dies for too long, bursting back to life again and again after each punchline. The smug grin stays fixed on Sans's face, regarding the crowd as his playground. And it's a playground he knows exactly how to play in. Eventually, he reaches the end of the set, but the rowdy laughter of the audience seems to be far from over. He raises his voice above the noise.
Well, that's it for me. You've been great. Have a sensational night.
The rain of cackles is met with a thunder of applause, and in the blink of an eye, he isn't there anymore. But the laughter still is. It continues to ebb and flow, crashing against the walls back into the ocean of the audience. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. I think there's a couple glitches in this game regarding the text where first I don't have auto on. I don't know if it's it makes it literally skip. I'm not sure exactly why, but I mean, it's pretty good so far. Let's say that.
Well, that's it for me. You've been great. Have a sensational night.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It kind of skipped over. I don't know why I did that. Let me see. Yeah, that was weird. It made it skip like that.
Huh. Yeah, that's what I thought. It went back for some reason. I'll go ahead and save right here. Just in case it crashes, because I'm not sure if it will.
The events of today play a silent movie in your mind. Some parts stand out more than others, but before you can dwell any longer, someone pulls you from your reverie.
Hey, you're looking kind of lonely, kid. Guess I'll just join you.
Sans take a seat at the table sitting across from you.
Thanks for treating me to dinner, by the way. Nah, I'm kidding. Luckily, I have a special reservation because I performed tonight. This place is so uppity. Even the silverware has to be reserved separately from the table. We don't even get a mint.
You place your hand on the table and feel around. No silverware, not even a plate. All that's here at the table is just you and Sans. Just you and Sans.
So, what do you think of the underground? It's pretty great, isn't it? The monsters down here, the love they possess. It really makes this place feel like home. You can see it in the way they act. They really do care. Take Toriel, for example. Toriel really does care about everyone, humans and monsters. She's doing everything she can to bring hope to all the monster kind. And she's compassionate towards any human that falls down here. Undyne is pretty fiery, isn't she? Even if she's not the captain of the Royal Guard anymore, she still keeps the passion on full display. After all, she's trying to keep everyone strong and motivated. Especially, Alphys really tries her best not to lock herself away in her lab. You can tell there's something weighing heavily on her mind. But she's pushing her research efforts in order to bring monsters back to the surface. And Papyrus, well, we already talked about that. My brother is the coolest. He just wants everyone to like him. They all seem fond of you. You've got certain tense in your soul. I like that about you, kiddo. This deep voice is killing me. Hey, you've been really quiet. Huh. Why don't you tell me what's on your mind?
You try to steady your breath and you clasp your hands underneath the table. Right now, the tablecloth is the most interesting thing. You focus on it while your mind wrestles with the idea of even speaking. I love you. I'm glad we're friends. You take a deep breath, lips quivering, chest burning. You try to swallow, but your throat is too dry. Your mouth opens with a silent "I" that fears to be heard. Sans lowers his voice, giving you an encouraging nod.
Kiddo?
That tiny bit of coaxing fills you with determination, and the words become a whirlwind. You tell Sans that you love him. His grin never falters, but his eyes tell all. The pause of time between now and what's coming next is too much. Your soul sinks. But then he speaks.
Hey there, buddy, that's flattering and all. But I don't see how you could be in love with me. Especially considering we've never met before. Love like that needs a bit more. That doesn't mean we can't try this again.
He gets it from the table and you feel your soul being pulled along with him. But the thread of feeling snaps as you settle back into your seat. The skeleton stuffs his hand back into his pockets. It's only you who notice how cold your soul feels. So many words left unsaid, so many actions left undone. Why couldn't you act on any of it?
Take care of yourself, kid. 'Cause someone really cares about you.
You can only sit there as Sans takes his leave, and he disappears only once he's far away enough. But you swear he was walking away. Your soul could still feel him glancing back at you. The world fades away, and a certain smiling flower pops up from the ground, Golly, you must be really desperate if you're looking for love from the smiley trash bag. You really thought that he was going to love you just back like that? Love at first sight? You idiot! Your soul must feel broken. Don't look so upset. Your best friend Flowey knows you don't have to be alone in your pain. After all, you're not the only one with a breakable soul, aren't you? I'm just saying, love is an option. Let me tell you something about the skeleton. He doesn't leave his soul invulnerable. I would know. I've tried to rip it apart! Hasn't worked out, though. I know he won't bare his soul to me. After all, why would anyone let their guard down around someone without a soul? But you know, your soul, you're different. There's a trait beyond your termination that I can't quite place. I bet you're anything that Smiley Trashbag noticed it too. And if that's the case, there might be a chance for you. He just might let his guard down. You know that second chances exist in this world, right? The ability to start all over again. The power to reset, if you will. I wonder how you'll use it. Wait, so does it not let me? I wonder. Some parts stand out more than others. But before you can dwell any longer, so I get it. So you have to, do you really have to start all over again? Oh, I get it. Okay. That's what I need to do. So I need to go back. No, I don't want to over my seat. I didn't mean to do that. Did I just, crap, I just went over my save. Okay, let's, oh man, I just messed up my own save. Crap. Okay. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to get past all this first. Because I went through all this already. Okay. Well, I don't... This is an hour and 16 minutes. Well, that sucks. Well, let me try again. And of course, it's back at that part, so I might have to start over here. It sucks. Man, that really sucks.
I'm gonna leave in just a little bit to go get Logan.
Okay. So it looks like I'm gonna have to restart this all over again. Let's reset it. It's gonna suck. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go back. So, yeah, let's reset. I mean, it might as well, considering how I just started this, and like, big sad yes. Very sad. But, I mean, I kind of just started this thing in the middle of the game, so I guess you might as well hear me read this. Wait, the rustling of the flowers. Though you're sitting still, the rustling of the flowers continues. It seems to be getting louder and louder as one flower in particular turns with you a smile. Howdy! I'm Flowey the flower. But you already knew that, right? Flowey giggles. So, what did you think? That power is something else, isn't it? You better take your chances this time. Oh, don't feel so special. You aren't the first one determined enough to have power to reset. And you certainly won't be the last. Well, have fun, by the way. Nice weapon you got there. Maybe you can try reaching that level of 10. But I didn't try to kill anybody, so I don't know why he was saying sword. Flower disappears under the leaves and the flower petals. As you stand up, you notice something in your hand. Your fingers gently grasp around whatever. So that's what I thought! I don't know why I have a sword. Fingers gently grasp around whatever it is. Cautiously you touch along the object, and the metal blade cues you right away. It's a knife. You examine it, curious as how it got this in the first place. That's what I thought. I don't even remember getting a sword. It's a knife. but a lingering presence behind you catches your soul's attention. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be Kara. It pulses once, a tingling radiating from your chest to your fingertips. A voice addresses you with a single... Oh, why did it skip the... That's weird. I think there's a weird glitch where it makes a text go backwards. A voice addresses you with a single word. And you have no idea what was said. Either way, it doesn't matter. You know exactly who's behind you. In one fluid motion, you turn around to meet him. The voice continues to speak.
Don't you know how to greet?
Sans flinches, his eyelids shrinking for a split second.
Hey there, buddy. Careful where you point that thing. As much as I like to say it's nice to meet you, how about you drop your weapon and, well, my job will be a lot easier.
You drop the knife. The clattering of the blade echoes as it falls to the cold stone ground. And Sans' shoulders slump to his sides.
There you go. Now you won't have to carry the thing everywhere. Feeling lighter already. I'm Sans. Sans the Scholar. So you're human, right? Wow. I haven't seen a human down here since, well... Yes, Fingerbeat intensifies. Well, since the last human that fell down here. You wouldn't have happened to know the human, would you? Actually, don't answer that. It is kind of a weird question. It's not like every human that falls down your ground knows each other, right? Anyway, I pass here by every day to check the humans have fallen. Don't worry, kiddo. I'm not gonna capture you or anything. I'm just gonna take you to see a friend of mine. I'm sure she'd love to see another human. She used to check the ruins for humans herself. Lately, though, she's been pretty busy. So I've been helping her out, leading humans through the ruins. Huh, that expression on your face. Are you bored? Or maybe you're just tired. I was gonna show you part of the ruins, but maybe I should take you straight to her home so you could rest. I don't blame you. Falling's exhausting, huh, kiddo?
Oh, so it looks like they made it easier for me because I know I have to do this all over again.
We'll be there before you know it. And after all, I know a shortcut. You know, since you're tired and all, maybe you should hold on to me.
Aw.
Shortcuts can be pretty disorienting the first time around. What do you say?
With a hesitant hand, you reach for his. You can feel sparks prickling the tips of your fingers. Until finally you place your hand in his. The moment your hands touch, you feel your soul pulse. When you bring yourself back to the moment, you notice Sans' thumb clamp down in your hand. His eyelids can only stare into the point where his hand meets yours. You wonder if his soul felt something too. As if to dismiss your thought, he loosens his grip.
You nervous, huh? Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just, don't let go.
You walk together hand in hand. And the second you both step foot through the large stone doorway, you fall into a familiar nothingness. Dark, yet darker. You feel like you're floating and falling at the same time, weightless. You try to feel your hands, but you can't find them. And yet you know without a doubt your hands still exist. Your reflex is to find something to grab onto, to ground yourself. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing, period. But in the blink of an eye, your surroundings change. Your legs buckle as your feet touch the ground once again. You manage to steady yourself right away. The room settles around you as you plant your feet firmly on the ground. I need to drink some water, my voice is getting dry. Okay, my throat feels better now. Once you get your bearings, Sans clears his throat.
I'm surprised you're not even a little disoriented. Have you done this before?
Another voice, calm and motherly, floats through the air. Sans, is that you? Sans addresses the voice.
Hey, Tori. I've got someone I'd like you to meet.
The mother voice sounds even closer now. Oh, is it so? A human? Oh my! She flocks to your side and you feel her very presence towering over you. Why hello, my child. Though I suppose you seem to be much older than a human child, are you not? Still, I can't help but to use a term of endearment. I hope that is all right. Sans speaks up.
I found the human near the beginning of the ruins.
Toriel's arms, fuzzy and warm, wrap around you in a protective hug. Oh, you poor innocent one. Do not be afraid. You're safe here. She lets go and you finally take note of the cozy home you're in. The smell of the buttery pie crust wafts through the air, lingering on your nose. But before you can get lost in the scent, the lady coaxes you out of the trance by gently squeezing your hands. My name is Toil, and I'm caretaker of the new home. Sans butts in.
She's also the queen.
Toriel shushes Sans, waving the title away.
Oh, Sans, there was absolutely no need for formalities.
Do not focus on my title, my child.
I'm just a silly old lady who worries too much.
Speaking of, please allow me to check if you have any injuries. I promise I will not harm you. She hovers her hand over you, hesitant almost as if you're made of glass. Toriel's smile grows thin and she retracts her hands. You have a few nasty bruises, my child. Did you not notice? You must have fallen hard. Do not worry. I can heal these quite easily. Her hands rest on your shoulders, firm and reassuring. You can feel your cool tingling sensation as the bruises fade away. Your HP is restored. Removing her hands from you, she gives you a gentle pat on the head. There, all better. Sans let out a yawn.
Oh, it looks like you got things taken out care of from here. I should get going.
Toriel gestures to the kitchen.
Are you sure you do not wish to stay a little longer, Sans? I have some snail pie left over from this morning if you'd like.
Sans shakes his head.
No, I'm okay. As much as pies, I would like the very much. My brother gets kind of crusty without his bedtime story.
Toriel bursts into laughter.
Your puns are always so fulfilling.
Kiddo, you're really spacing out there. My puns can't be that bare bones, can they?
It's probably been a long day. Perhaps we should all get some rest.
Can't argue with that.
Thank you for looking after the human, Sans. Have a good night.
Sure thing, Tori. Night.
Sans takes a few steps towards the door, and your soul pounds a little harder with each step it takes. Wasn't he going to say goodnight to you too? Or did he already say goodnight while you were spacing out again? The pounding recedes into the background as Sans stops to look back at you. And you feel something flicker in your soul, as if for only a millisecond.
Take care of yourself, kid. 'Cause someone really cares about you.
And Sans takes his leave. Toriel squeezes your hand affectionately.
Well, my child, tomorrow I will be at the ruins in royal business. You're free to explore the underground on your own. I apologize I cannot be with you on your first day here. But worry not, the monsters will not harm you. I'm sure that you will get along just fine with everyone. Perhaps you will be good friends with some of them. For now, however, you should get some rest. It's been a long day, has it not? Come, I will show you your room.
Toriel takes your hand and leads you down a hallway. You can smell the scent of flowers permeating the air. The scent is similar to the flowers that broke your fall earlier. Once you both reach the end of the hallway, Toriel stops in the last door that leads inside. Here you are. Please make yourself at home. There are some pajamas on the bed that you can change into. She leads you over to the bed. Then she guides your hand to the folded pajamas at the foot of the bed. I can wash your clothes so you have something to wear tomorrow. Also, you'll have a special treat when you wake. She embraces you once again, swinging you with a silent lullaby. I know it can be daunting being in a new world without anyone you know. Oh, perhaps I can tell you a bedtime story to put you at ease. Go ahead and change the pajamas. I will be right back with some hot chocolate. Toriel steps out of the room, leaving the door open just a crack. You kick off your shoes and change into the pajamas, setting aside your clothes at the foot of the bed. Then you clumsily climb into bed and pull the blanket over you. Eventually, Toriel returns with a mug of hot chocolate. A handful of mini marshmallows sits atop a dollop of whipped cream. She hands it to you and you take a sip. The rich, warm chocolate makes you feel like drinking a comforting hug. Toriel speaks to you in a gentle tone. If you're settled, my child, I brought a story to read to you. It's called The Little Snail in the Big New Town.
Man, my voice is starting to crack.
Toriel tucks the covers around you so you're nice and snug. She then sits on the edge of the bed. Once upon a time, there was a little snail that moved to a big new town. At first, the snail was scared. They didn't know what they wanted to do in this new place, and the snail felt very lonely. But one day, the snail met some very nice friends. They made them feel very welcome. They even met a special friend whom they grew very close to. With the newfound friends, the little snail wanted to explore everything. They watched a movie. They had a picnic in the park. They even got to watch the fireworks on top of a building. And though the town was still very small,
I don't know why the text keeps going backwards like that.
the snail didn't feel so lonely anymore. The end. With a smile, Toriel closes the book. I hope you enjoyed the story. Was the story too childish? Or perhaps you already heard this one.
Wow, she knows.
I'm not sure if these books still exist on the surface anymore, though. It is possible. Oh, here am I worrying I might have bored you. You're probably just dozing off. I know you're probably too old to listen to bedtime stories, but I thought it would help you feel more at home. For now, please try to get some rest. I will be here if you need me. Good night.
Good night, Mom.
Did you just call me Mom? Call me whatever you like. After you finish the hot chocolate, Toriel takes empty mug from you. Standing up, she places the storybook on the shelf. Then she picks up the clothes you left at the foot of the bed. Sweet dreams, my child. The lights linger a little longer. With a flip of a switch, they're out. And the sound of the door closing signals Toriel's leave. A wave of exhaustion washes over you, and you finally allow sleep to claim you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's this?
Your chest throbs, stings. You reach out to touch it, to quell it. But you feel a line carved into your hand, deep and burning. You try to reach for your chest with your other hand, and it plunges to a cold, calm pool of water. You take a breath, but no air rushes in. Then you feel so warm, your body's squeezing tight. It seems like the pitter-patter of rain, and it smells like fallen snow. The smell of it tastes better, iron cuts through the comfort, flooding your senses.
Oh, God, is it Flowey? It might be Flowey.
You woke up. You feel a world slip out from under you, only to reconnect seconds later. You've taken the blanket with you on your trip to the floor. It's the middle of the night. At least it feels like it's the middle of the night. It's hard to tell. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, but then the aroma of butterscotch and cinnamon awakens your senses. My child! You realize that Toriel's also in the room. She sets something down on the bookshelf and makes her way over to you. My child, are you all right? You have an affinity for falling, do you not?
Yes, Flower Boy go burr.
She kneels to you, scooping you into her arms. Did you have a nightmare? Why did I wake you? I'm sorry if that's the case. She lets go and moves to sit on the edge of the bed. You follow her, your legs dangling over the side. My child, I worry about you. You've spaced out quite a bit since you've arrived. And now it seems your dreams cause you to launch yourself from your bed? She cups your face with her hand, her fur warming your cheeks. Then she returns her hand to her lap. Is there anything you wish to speak about? She hugs you tighter, her hand rubbing your back as she pulls you even closer to her. I'll always be here if you need me. Without a second thought, you wrap your arms around her. All is calm. Your arms circle her as best they can, embracing her protection. The word mom escapes you, and you exhale into the hug.
I need to move my arm. It's getting in a dent for my table. Let me get past this real quick. There we go.
You feel Toriel's arms clutch you even tighter, shielding you from the terrible things of the world. There. Everything is all right. You are safe. You breathe a sigh. She eventually releases you, her eyes searching yours, taking care not to frighten you. Her hand alights on your cheek. Try to get some sleep, all right? You can rest for a couple more hours before the day begins. You nod and climb back under the covers. Toriel gets up from the bed and nuzzles your forehead, drawing the blankets over you. Rest well, my child.
That was honestly very sweet. Reminds me of my mom.
And after a few breaths, you fall back asleep.
Oh no, we're gonna have another nightmare again. Okay, good. We're not having another nightmare again.
It's morning when you wake. At least it feels like it's morning. It's hard to tell. Your body feels well rested, continuing to sink into the soft mattress in hopes of staying there. But a warm, buttery scent fills your nostrils.
Put my chair forward a little bit. There we go. Oh, hi. Hi.
There's a plate with a slice of pie. The aroma of butterscotch and cinnamon mingles in the air. Right next to it are your clothes washed and folded with a note on top. It says, "Be good, all right." You carefully set aside the note and change into your clothes. They're soft with hints of lining and lavender. But the medley of butterscotch cinnamon pie calls to you.
I'll save the pie for later. I might need it at some point.
You decide to take it with you, saving it for later. Just then, you feel the faint presence of someone's soul buzzing about. You slip on your shoes and step into the hallway, curious of whom it could be. There isn't anyone here. You decide to walk down the hallway until you reach the foyer. With each step you take, the energy of soul's presence gets more and more boisterous. Till finally, it booms loud and clear. A tall skeleton monster glances around the foyer. He wears a cape that somehow flutters in non-existent wind.
Lady Asgore must have left already. I'll just go ahead and... Oh my gosh! Is that... That must be... It is! Oh my gosh! Hello, human! It is very nice to meet you. I, the great Papyrus, Captain of the Royal Guard, have been expecting you. I've been awaiting this very moment since yesterday. Do not worry, I am not here to capture you. I am only here on a very important royal business. I was wandering the flowers. My brother Sans was supposed to be here with me. He told me he'd introduce me to you. However, he was napping all night, and into the morning as usual. Who needs 7-hour naps at night? Are you awake, human? Your eyes are glazed over without focus. Well, I've got just the thing to wake you. But first things first. Would you care to go on a date with me?
Wow, that's a bit quick, Papyrus.
And by date, I mean friendly friends date. As friends. Wait, we can't have a friendly friends date unless we're friends first.
You bet, Papyrus.
I will correct this immediately. Ahem. Human, will you be my friend?
Yes.
We're friends now.
Hangout start! With that, Papyrus snatches your hand and runs the door with you in tow. The world changes around you, turning into a wonderful wonderland of snow, framed by tall pine trees. It surprises you how it got so cold so quick. Papyrus opted to take you on a boat ride to get here. The whole time that's got and ramble about your surroundings. As the boat finally drifts to a stop, Papyrus sleeps and gestures around him.
Here we are. Thank you, mysterious river person, for going out of your way to drop us off here.
You thank the river person as well as step off to the boat, your feet crunching into the freshly fallen snow. The hooded figure simply nods. Tra-la-la, don't let the moment pass. Take a chance. And they push off, the boat rejecting the flow of the river. Papyrus bumbles around you, buzzing with excitement.
Welcome to Snowden. I hope you like puzzles, human. It is customary for monsters to bombard humans with lots of riveting puzzles of all shapes and sizes. But today, I thought it would be fun to begin with a maze. Do not worry, I will be with you every step of the way. However, that does not mean that I will give anything away. This way. Nyeh. Heh heh.
You seem very unamused.
But worry not, for my puzzles are very exciting. I will show you.
You stick close as he leads the way. Despite his energy pouring out in spades, he takes extra care to guide you. The trees begin to overtake the path, until finally the path branches. Papyrus marching comes to a halt.
Well, human, prepared to be impressed and thoroughly bamboozled. I give you the labyrinth of twisting confusion, crafted and created by yours truly. Take all the time you would like to solve it. And if you could stop,
Well, you know what? I already know what to do because I already went through this the first time.
but know this, I will not reveal the correct answer. So, human, which way would you like to go?
I think it was right and then left straight. I think that's what I did.
Very well, human, this way.
And he whisks you away down the path he chose. You make your way along the snowy trail, the trees stretching out in front of you. Eventually you reach another fork in the road.
Here we are at another decision. Which way shall you go?
I think it's left. Yeah, it's probably left. I think so, yeah.
Say no more, human. Left shall we go.
You come to a halt as the trail branches once again. You feel Papyrus' soul skipping with excitement.
Here we are, human. The final parts of this maze. I saved something a bit more challenging for the end. This time, there are 3 possible paths. So which path would you like to take?
It's straight. I think so. I hope it's straight. If it's not straight, I don't want to start over again.
Very well. Shall we?
Yes, I was right, finally.
He dashes a little ahead of you and throws his arms into the air.
Wowie! You managed to find your way out of the labyrinth of the twisting confusion. I knew you could do it. I must say, I'm very impressed with your maze-solving abilities. How did you solve this maze so quick? You blazed through without blinking an eye. I would have to think you wasted your time. Perhaps this maze was too easy for you. I do have one more puzzle, one more obstacle. However, I warn you that this is very, very challenging. I hesitate to show it to you, but perhaps it will elevate your boredom. I suppose we won't know until we try. Right this way, human.
Oh, this is new. I don't remember this one. In this game, I mean. I've already played actual Undertale, like, 5 or 6 times already.
We have arrived. Please wait here while I go and set things up. You see, I wasn't expecting to have two to use this one, so I need a moment to prepare.
Papyrus hurries across the bridge, eventually making it over to the other side. You can't really make out what he's doing.
Okay, you can walk across the bridge now.
You step onto the bridge and start oh no, is it gonna be the dog? The bridge feels oddly stable. It looks like rickety old wooden bridge, but it feels like solid stone. A gust of wind blasts you from below. You wonder how high up you are.
And stop! Perfect. Just stay right here.
You can hear creaking metal and barking. Aww, it's really cute. Spikes, spears, and a dog. Oh my. They descend from above, blocking your path to the other side. You take a step back from the traps.
I present to you the Gauntlet of Deadly Terror. Worry not, human. Despite the name, assure you it is absolutely safe. Minus the spike ball and the spear. There might be fire somewhere too.
There's fire. Of course there's fire.
These obstacles can be deadly, based on perspective. On the other hand, the dog isn't deadly, just annoying. All I have to do is say the word and it will activate. Get ready.
I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Okay, that's better.
Get ready, because I'm about to do it. Maybe this puzzle's too easy for you as well. Yes, that's right. I have standards. This puzzle's too direct. No class. It will surely bore you. Besides, I forget what the word is to start.
Click.
Whoopsie doopsie.
The trap swinging wildly back and forth.
It's okay, human. I'll stop this. Correction, I'm working on stopping this. Just don't panic too much or at all, really. I'll find a way to shut this off. A moment, please.
Papyrus dashes off to knows where, and a spike ball swings towards your head.
Ebrin!
You swiftly duck as the spike ball swoops over your head. Any slower, you know it wouldn't be pretty. But the moment of rest doesn't last long. A spear pierces through the air.
Slide? There we go.
The spearhead nearly scratches you, but you slip by unscratched. You force that aside, clutching your racing heart. But the deadly trap's barreling towards you, and they don't look like they're stopping anytime soon. There's only one way out of this. Get off this bridge now. But how? You nod to yourself, committing to your decision. You plan to tackle this gauntlet head on. You're filled with determination. Pushing off the balls of your feet, you launch into sprint. A fire approaches you and you leap through the air. The flames lap to your feet as you hurl yourself up ahead.
This is like a big anime moment.
Tumbling forward, you curl up and lay low as the spike ball swings overhead. You scramble back up. Another spear darts at you, but you narrowly sidestep in time. Each successful dodge fires up your soul. Your focus zeroes in, trying to figure out what's coming in next. But all you know is that with each step, you're closer to the other side. You're so close. But you feel something on top of you, and all of your momentum comes to a grinding halt. A small, white dog, dangling from a rope, sits on top of your head. He seems quite pleased with himself. His little tag...
I think that... I'm not sure if that was I don't know, a typo or not.
His little tail wagging. It seems he won't leave you be unless you interact with him.
Oh, I'm gonna pet it.
You reach up to pet the dog. Still bouncing on your head, the dog rolls over for belly rubs, which you happily give. His weight isn't much, just as much as a small dog, but it's too much weight for the stone you're standing on. It gives way, and you fall through!
Oh, no.
The wind whirls.
Oh, am I gonna die?
Dog, yes. Very dog. You're falling. You wonder how far you have to fall before it all ends.
Wait, is Sans gonna swoop and save me or something?
But then your entire being is pulled out of your body with a firm, decisive motion. The cold air of Snowdon fills your lungs as you gasp at the sensation. It's Sans! Yay! The wind stops. Somehow you're floating. You feel someone lifting you by your own soul. And gravity shifts to throw you back up. Your world zips past you, the wind rips across your form. Until you crash and land into the other side of the bridge. The snow on the ground bursts from the impact, blanketing over you as it lands. You roll, wrapping yourself up in snow until it finally stops. For a moment, all you can do is lay on your side. Surprisingly, you're not dead. You feel the area around you. Yep, that's definitely solid ground. Your hand grasps at what broke your fall. You feel cold moans of snow in front of you along with thick cloth. A voice calls out to you.
Hey,
It seems you're not the only one tucked into the snowbed.
Aw. Yes, it's Sans.
Lying beside you is the bag of bones named Sans the skeleton. You can feel the rise and fall of his ribs, oddly enough, as he chuckles. Wait, your hands are on his ribcage? You clutch your hands to your chest, your cheeks warming up. Sans just keeps laughing.
Watch your step, kiddo. You're lucky I was around to pull you back to safety.
At that statement, you place a palm to your own chest. It seems your soul has already settled back into your body. You shift in this direction of his voice, and you realize you're a lot closer to his face than you originally thought. But you can't bring yourself to get up or turn away. He doesn't seem to be moving away either. The only thing you manage is a small thank you.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and save at this point. Let's go ahead. Save. There you go. Return the game.
His chuckle again, reaching out to brush some off your face.
It's no problem.
You both stay for the way it feels. And you feel your soul slowing down, then speeding up, then slowing down, as if you're trying to sync with the thrumming in the air. You feel something warm climbing in its way nerves until it's absorbed by your chest. And you snicker.
Whoop, didn't mean to do that.
You tell you love how he moves you. He bursts into a fit of chuckles until his lip rattling. You make him laugh. That fact alone warms your heart with love. Something inside you wants to continue to make him laugh and smile. Something inside you wants to continue to make him happy. All at once, the warmth that was absorbed by your chest ignites into a flame inside your soul. You almost forget how cold it is.
Good one.
His laughter dies down and his smile softens low as he looks up at you.
I'm not gonna let you fall, kid. I'll be solely responsible if anything happened to you. So, don't get too close to the edge, okay?
You feel your stomach drop a bit. Your lips thin into a tight smile. The only responsible is manage a small nod. Human? You look to the side and see other than Papyrus staring slack-jawed at both of you. How long was he standing there? Did he come back? Did he ever see anything?
Can you close the door behind me, or behind you? Okay.
Well, I think I should leave you two alone for now. You roll around in the snow to face the flustered Proper. You ask him not to leave. He doesn't move an inch. He closes his eye and gets comfy, sinking further into the snowy ground.
Well, it's okay. We just...
No. I will give you both adequate space. I insist. Besides, I just remembered. I have to water the flowers in the throne room. Have fun. Goodbye.
And he spins away like a frantic top that's brimming with excitement. You turn back to his chuckling once again.
Huh. This isn't my brother the coolest?
He stands up, offers his hand to you, which you take to help yourself up. Surprisingly, his hand is warm. Then, without a word, he lets go. His hand retreats into the safety of his pockets. And your hand feels emptier. But your soul, somehow your soul still feels warm. It's a slight tickle of warmth, like a hand over your heart. But is it there? You can feel it? Decide to let it be.
How about your type of running around? You hungry? Here, I know this place.
He begins walking ahead and you follow suit, eventually falling into the unknown with him. The lingering scent of snow and pine dissolves into aroma of grease and sandalwood smoke. The frigid air and the once prick to your skin melts with the fireplace's warmth. Patrons are engaging in delightful chatter. A smell of food and drinks entices you.
I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm back. He nudges you with his elbow.
Fast shortcut, huh?
He turns his attention to patrons, greeting the room with a lazy shrug.
Hey everyone!
You trail behind him as he makes his way over to the bar. Various monsters turn to greet him as he walks by. 2 dog monsters call out to Sans. They both stand on their hind legs, tails wagging.
Hey!
Hi! The other is a bunny that's a little more than buzzed. Greeting!
Hiya!
What you here this morning?
He responds with a lazy shrug.
This morning? Nah, couldn't have been me. I could barely get my acetabulum, if I pronounce that right, out of bed.
A collective snickering bursts from the group. The tipsy bunny speaks up, slurring her words with laughter.
Sansy, give me that for the show.
Sans merely chuckles.
Worry till turn up bone dry? Relax, I've got a ton material for tonight. Let's go, Ton.
And then the bar transforms from snickering to scattered wheezing, chortling, and head shakes. With a playful little wink, Sans motions to one of the bar stools.
Here, get comfy.
You climb onto the stool and take a seat. Sans snorts.
Whoops, watch where you sit. Sometimes weirdos put whoopee cushions on the seats. Anyway, let's order what you want.
I want fries.
Hey, that sounds pretty good.
Sans flags down a humanoid flame monster behind the bar.
Grillby, we'll have to double order of fries.
Grillby nods and retreats into the back room. It's a little quieter without the sound of crackling flames. Somehow, he isn't setting the wood floor on fire. Sans interrupts your gawking.
So, did you have a great time, my bro? Yeah, my brother's the coolest. You'd be cool too if you wore the costume all day. You need Captain of the Royal Guard, which in my opinion is very impressive.
The warmth returns as the bartender emerges from back room. After setting the plates down in front of you, Gribble goes back to cleaning glassware. The golden fries are precariously piled. Not a single fry looks soggy. The savory smell invites you to pop a few of them into your mouth. But before you can do so, he dangles a bottle in front of you.
You want some ketchup?
Yes. You accept his offer as he hands the bottle over to you.
Here you go.
You take the bottle and tilt it over your food with the utmost care. But it seems all your care is for naught. How your brunch is swirling in a pool of red. Sans chuckles at the ketchup catastrophe.
How'd that happen, kiddo? Here, you can have mine. I'm not really hungry anyway.
His plate put in your direction.
Oh yeah, I want to ask you something.
The light dims around you except for a spotlight that shines above you both, and the world fades away just a bit. None of the bar patrons seem to notice or acknowledge a change in mood. Maybe it's just your imagination. You focus hard on this gun sitting next to you, as he simply smiles in the same smile.
Do you know about resets? So you do know, huh? Would have thought, right? Being able to start things over if you mess something up. Or just because you can. Honestly, I don't know how true it is. I have not hunches, theories, but that's it, nothing concrete. I think in order to have that special power, you have to have a little something called determination. Monster souls don't have determination. I mean, we are determined, but we don't have determination coursing through our souls. Human souls, on the other hand, the humans that came here before, you had plenty of determination. Sometimes I'd notice them exploring the underground like they've seen it all before. And your soul, well, I'm sure you've got more determination than me. Considering I don't have any. Wouldn't that be something, though? If you and I already knew each other from another time?
Sans trails off, highlights studying you. Somehow you feel his gaze on your soul, like hands gently turning your heart over. Eventually the sensation fades.
Well, I'm sure I don't need to freak you out with my theories. Surrounded by monsters, falling off a bridge. I don't blame you for being on edge. Don't worry though, you're safe. After all, didn't I promise you I'd look over for you, kiddo?
Wait. He didn't say that in this reset. That's from the first time I played it earlier. How do I respond?
Huh? Interesting that you say that. Because this is the first time I've ever mentioned that promise. Hey, lighten up, bucko. I'm just giving you a hard time. I will say I did promise Tori to protect you. And I'm doing a good job keeping that promise, don't you think?
Mulling is over his words before speaking again.
Look, I hate making promises. But if it makes you feel any better, I'll promise to you the two. Technically, it's just the same promise. But a little more personalized. Sound good?
Hopping up to the bar stool, he looks at you with open arms, inviting you into a hug.
I promise to look out for you, kiddo. You want to hug it out?
You hop down from the bar stool and take a moment to look at him, your eyes fumbling at your sides. Then taking your chance, you wrap your arms around him. Sans bursts into laughter and you push him away with a snort.
Whoopee cushion and trick. And the hoodie. That's a new gag I'm working on. Thanks for testing it out. And now, what do you say we got out of here? I actually have a favor I need to ask you.
He nods to Grilby behind the counter.
Thanks, Grubby. Put it on my tab.
Then he shuffles toward his door and you follow him out. As you walk along the river, you immediately notice the absence of the snowed and chilly air. You can hear the rushing water, watching it cascades over. I don't think so. She might. Caitlin just got home. Did you see her?
I hadn't seen her, but
Oh, okay. I don't think she's. Can you close my door? Thank you. As you walk along the river, you immediately notice the absence of the snowed and chilly air. You can hear the rushing water, watching as it cascades over the many ledges that line the caverns. Your footsteps seem to hush the whispering static lingering in the air. You walk a little further, eventually reaching a small station. Its remnants of lemonade stand or hot dog stand. Sans pats the wood of the stall.
Welcome to the waterfall. And my second century station.
He leans against a sentry post and flashes laziest jazz hands at you.
Pretty neat, huh? So, about the favor, I'm actually looking for my telescope. I was hoping you could help me find it.
I'll be right back.
Sorry about the wait.
She went under Caitlin's bed. Ruby. Ruby, come here. Nevin. Ruby, I felt so. Come on. Ruby. It's fine. I know. It's okay. Let's go. Let's go. I know. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta take you. Okay? Gotta take you somewhere. You're back.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of my dog. Okay, let's go back to the live stream. Sorry about that. Had to go for a second. So about the favor. I was hoping you could help me find it. I know it's somewhere here, and we can cover more ground if you split it up. Why don't you look for it up ahead? I'll look for it right here.
Sand stands behind a sentry post, eye sockets barely keeping open.
Yep, you go on ahead. I'll let you know if I find it.
He slumps over the counter, face down. Upon closer inspection, you can hear snores rumbling from his skull. You decide to press on without him. A voice snaps at you. A dummy shoves themselves in front of you. Cotton spills from the seams of their torso. Ha ha! I finally found you, human! Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, it's not for some ghost and dummy. I'm doomed. That's right, you're doomed. Doomed. I'm not scared of you humans. Not like my cousin. Also, I'm a ghost and a dummy. You, sir. He's shy sort. He wanted to catch a glimpse of the human that had fallen into the underground. He was gonna hide and watch you. But then you never showed up. He couldn't take the rejection, broke his thrill. I don't know what voice to do with first man. Or whatever gender it is. I don't want to mispronounce him. They, them, I'm not sure. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. I just won't read it, I guess. Your breath catches in your throat as your soul leaps. Ha! Ha 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 ha! You're trapped in this encounter now! Trapped! Dummies attack! Wait, what do is... But nothing happens. Oh, that's right, I fired them. They were useless. Well, how about dummies? They're not garbage. Robot dummies attack. But nothing happens. Oh, yeah. They were even worse! Well, just goes to show you can't count on friends. The only thing you can count on are knives! But nothing happens. What? I forgot to take my knife with me! You know what? Forget it! It's not worth it. I'm not supposed to be fighting with you anyway. And there we go. Oh, and there he goes. Oh, but you're still in the counter. If you're still in the counter, who else is here with you? You examine your surroundings, and the presence of your own soul catches you off guard. Feeling your soul as a separate entity outside you. It's surreal. You want to reach out and touch it, but you refrain. Still, you wonder what else your soul contains. Toriel said that souls work differently in the underground. Sen said that your soul had something called determination.
Yeah, they're gonna close by Monday.
And Flowey said you had more than just determination. Maybe in an encounter, you'll be able to understand your soul better. You'll try to relax, breathing in through your nose and out through your pursed lips. Soon enough, you feel the protective wall of determination fade just a little. And when it does, it reveals the core trait embodies you most. A tenderness blows a gentle breeze in your chest, and that breeze tickles its way up and across your cheek. It cools the fiery determination into something calmer. Outside of this encounter, you know that everyone deserves a gentle approach. Everyone deserves a chance to be understood. You want to be that beacon, that lighthouse in the storm called life. You try to remember to be the same beacon for yourself. As your soul glows, it seems to dim the rest of the counter. It's mesmerizing. A quiet gasp joins your reverie. Oh, it's Sans. And you feel his presence still and speechless near your soul. Looks like he's wide awake now. No wonder the encounter didn't end. Sans was pulled in too. He can't bring himself to say anything. And neither can you. You're both too entranced by the very culmination of your being, as it suspends itself in the air, pulsing strong with kindness. You can feel each pulse of it sinks with each breath you take. Sans brings his hand to your chest. The next thing you know, your soul retreats, colliding into you, and the encounter ends. The cool, damp air of the caverns cues you in the change of surroundings. Sans stands in front of you, but he can't even look at you. You call his name.
Kiddo?
He finally snaps out of it.
Hey, why don't you explore the waterfall for a bit? I'll catch up with you.
Before you can say anything to him, he's gone. Your soul feels something missing, but right now there's nothing you can do. You decide to keep moving. You continue on through the waterfall caverns, and rushing, crashing falls quiet into a whisper. The silence of static shuffles through the air. A soft glow emanates from the rocks and the water in a strange faded luminance that dances across every surface. You stop to admire the tingling sensation tickling your skin. Just then a voice rings out. I'm great, and this is me yelling about how great I am! I'm great, and this is me yelling about how great I am! You observe your surroundings, but you didn't notice the soul. You call out, ask if anyone is there, but you're only met with your own voice. Another voice, meeker in tone, mumbles across the water. I'm great, I'm great, and, You could have sworn the voice was right next to you. And that's when you notice the flowers. All over the marsh are blue flowers. Some are growing by the water, some along the cavern path. They glow with the same faded luminescence. You notice 2 of them that continue to repeat the words you just heard. I'm great, and this is me telling you about how great I am. I'm great, and... But eventually the voices fade away as the flowers gossip to both each other and no one in particular. You remain still, listening to the whispering as it bends in with the babbling of the water. But then you hear another flower softly speak up above the static. You tiptoe around, trying to find the flower. Behind you. You whip around, only to find a menacing figure stalking its prey. Oh, it's undone again. It takes a step forward, then another.
then another, until it bolts for you. And the shadow grabs you in a headlock, and then you feel a fist rubbing into the top of your head. Yeah! Well, welcome to the underground, punk! The figure lets you go, erupting with a loud and unruly laugh while you stumble backwards. Ha ha ha! You'd have seen the look on your face!
Did the internet just go out? I think the internet just went out. That was weird. Oh, there we go.
Another monster walks over to you, adjusting her glasses.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice I was going to meet you so soon. I'm actually not ready for this.
The taller, more muscular of the two flashes you a toothy grin. Her spikiness rings in her voice.
So much to human the I can't read. So, you must be the human that Queen texted us about last night. Nice to meet you. I'm Undine.
The shorter, bespectacled monster gives you a shy smile. She stutters as she speaks.
And I'm Dr. Alphys. Sorry for all the screaming earlier. The echo floors probably didn't help either.
Undine laughs.
Alphys, you weren't even screaming. We gotta work on that. Hey, you okay, punk?
Alphys nudges Undine.
You gotta stop. I'm saying, come on.
Oh, sorry.